Hello everyone, welcome to the P0 Qatar Grand Prix here at the Lusail International Circuit. There are 3 races left of this P0 season, and the constructors' fight between Aston Martin and Mercedes could not be any tighter at the moment, as well as the battle for the Drivers' Championship between L and Luke. L driving for Alfa Romeo, L for Alpine, neither of which are in the constructors' shout at the moment. That's a straight fight between the Works Merc team and Aston Martin, a customer team. And so here we are, very poor qualifying from us. We start P10 on the grid. As the lights go out, and it's a poor start, we get bogged down completely. Dale and Trill zoom past on either side. So what's gone from very difficult has gone now to impossible to get a decent result here. We're very, very cautious into turn 1 and for good reason. And so that's a position gained now on the first lap. As we look to get a bit racy on the Alfa Romeo. Not enough room there, we back out. We're going to have to come back to that. Also need to be mindful of Trill behind me, is really late on the brakes there. And there is an Alpine having a look on the outside, but he struggled to make it there, and I think he gets some kind of twitch anyway. Trill will be racy, he's on the medium tyres. There's only a couple of drivers that opted for the mediums to start with. As Dale he catches the slide in front of us coming out of the hairpin. We weren't close enough to do anything about it at that time. So just need to settle into a rhythm now on lap 1. Our teammates only 2 places behind us. Have we got the exit and the speed here to make a move? ERS management, very, very difficult on this track, but this move needs to come quickly as we pull to the right. On the brakes, we've got that inside line. We hit the apex. P7 and P8 as one of the constructors' rivals, Chris Allen, has spun ahead of us. So on lap 1, what didn't look great for Aston, doesn't look much better, but at least it's 6th, 7th, and our championship rival is down in the back somewhere. We're a bit too quick on the power there. And we just need to settle into rhythm. It's important as well, though, that we're within a second of this pack in front of us. Just for the benefit of the DRS. Which is why I'm gambling on using a little bit of DRS here. I'm also gambling that everyone else used a lot more than I did on that first lap. Now the race will come to us. And for a motorbike track, this circuit has fitted well to cars. Really, really difficult on the tyres, of course. Especially that last sector. It's a very, very quick track. And that's not a good... Oh, as we get fast, I was going to say that's not a good sign. The rival team getting fastest lap, but it looks as though we've definitely got pace here. And it'll be interesting to see just how quick team orders will come in at Aston Martin. If I feel I can push on. Ooh, but I won't push on like that, that's wide. Who's that? That's Lucas! There's been contact between the championship rivals. That's going to be controversial. We couldn't see it very well, but all we could see was, from our point of view, was L tip Luke into a spin. And that is pure controversy. And it's only the 3rd lap. There's another 26 to go. But look at the Astons, keeping out of trouble, 5th and 6th at the moment. And showing good pace relative to the leading pack. As there's moves left, right and centre. I think that's Chubby Slug going past K-Pax on the inside. It is. Is that teammate going to have a nibble? Not there. K-Pax closes the door cleanly enough. Another thing to consider for this track also, another two things actually, is corner cut penalties, and then it's the fuel. We put in 2.5 laps at the start of the race, which is about a lap more than what the game recommends, but as the circuit's so flat out, fuel does become an issue. As Theon beats our fastest lap, but that's because he's pit very early following damage. And the Astons need to get past K-Pax here, as there's a danger we're going to get off the leading pack as we go wide. So that's our first warning, only on lap 4. Where can we make this move? Can we make this move? As Skarma, K-Pax go to his right to defend. Skarma goes thank you very much and just takes the racing line, and he's passed before the corner. And Skarma was close enough I think to Chubby Slug that he will be in Chubby Slug's DRS for on the next lap. I feel at this point I'm probably both quicker than K-Pax and my teammate as well. So getting past K-Pax is going to be quite important here, as Trailer has dropped out of our DRS now. So I wonder if his mediums are struggling. And this is one of those situations where I don't have to wait for DRS if I can find a route past K-Pax somewhere. Because of course I'd have the DRS from Skarma. So it might be worth a move somewhere, but not this lap. As we round the last corner, I think Skarma had a twitch there, so K-Pax is right behind him now. I don't think we're going to be close enough to make a move on either. We're going to have a look just to make sure K-Pax knows we're there. I think if you'd have asked Aston, or if you'd have asked Mike Crack at the start of the race, would you be happy if the Astons finished 4th and 6th? We're just going to pull out. We weren't far enough alongside. This might be a drag race. K-Pax has more traction though coming off the corner. We just need to be patient. There's still 23 laps of this race to go. As Skarma ahead misses the apex there. And now we are at risk of dropping out of Chubby Slug's DRS. Which is not, we did not want to be separated from the pack. Like any good army regiment. And K-Pax is close enough to make a move here. Are we going to be close enough? As we get a good exit coming off the last corner. K-Pax is in a slipstream. We've got a double slipstream here. We're going to go on the inside of the two of them. Late on the brakes. Hit the apex. K-Pax is going to hang around the outside, so we give him the space for it. He'll have the inside line going into 3. But we're going to roll right around the outside of him and then cut him off. And we are now in P4. But just look how that lap in traffic has put me now 3 seconds behind the leaders. Although L does have a 3-second penalty, and that's quite early. So now this is all going to be about breaking the DRS to K-Pax behind me. That'll enable my teammate hopefully to have a run at him. And it's about trying to drag myself up to those podium positions, I think, now. And considering we were 10th on lap 1, this isn't going badly at all. As Chubby Slug's also got a 3-second penalty now. So if we can keep our nose clean, K-Pax behind us also has a penalty. If we can keep our nose clean, we have a good result here. Rob Wills also in second place with a 3-second penalty.
3.2 seconds.
So it's still early, but there could be a very good result here. One thing I'm struggling with though is not, they're in a DRS train, so they're going to pull each other along. I was on lap 13. And there's a Mercedes in the grass! Rob Wills has made a mistake somewhere, and this is so important for the Constructors' Championship. As you can see behind me, Chris Allen's come back through the field and is behind our teammate. These are critical corners in the Constructors' Championship now. As we round the last corner, L pits off the medium compound tyres. As we go up the inside of the works Mercedes into the first corner. And L being able to do that amount of laps at a reasonably competitive pace on the medium compound tyres has made me think we should possibly pit a lap early. As you can see, the left front taking a battering on this track. So we're going to pit a lap early, I think. It might get us closer to Chubby in front. Because of course, those cars around us have penalties. I don't as it stands. And I think I've only had the one warning so far. So yeah, we're going to box this lap. It fends off any possible undercut from Rob Wills as well. So into the pits we go. We need a quick pit stop here. And the undercut here is very, very large. The only issue is, will my tyres cope until the end? Once into the pits we go.
Okay, off we go.
Solid stop from the Aston boys.
Fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
We now need to take these medium compound tyres 15 laps. As L goes past us. And out we go, so we're in P7. No traffic. Time to put the hammer down. And we have put the hammer down. Rob Wills pitted 2 laps after us. Look, nearly a 5-second gap. And we are definitely closer to Chubby Slug, but we're also catching L. And still people around us have time penalties. We don't as it stands. And the tyres actually seem to be doing okay. So a podium as it stands. Can anything more come from this? I don't think we quite have the pace at the moment, so we will be relying on others. But there may be a chance we will need to go into fuel management mode later on in the race. And it'll be interesting to see if anyone else does as well. And lap 23 now. As it stands, we are winning the race by about 1/10 of a second. There's some team orders behind us in the Mercedes team. Rob has allowed Chris Allen to get in front of him to try and make a dent somewhere. But as it stands with 6 laps to go, we are winning the race by a couple of tenths of a second. So we need to be very, very careful. I've picked up a warning elsewhere. Oh no! A snap of oversteer at the final corner took us off the track and we've been punished for it. And so now, with the pace of Chris Allen behind, even our podium position's now under threat. That couldn't have come at a worse time. Especially with the pace we're catching now, we're catching Chubby Slug. I wonder if they've got fuel issues. But we may have thrown away a win here. And as we get to lap 25, we're still on for P3. We're not going to fight Chris Allen too hard behind us. He'll have to make up 6 seconds in about 4 laps, which, to be fair, he could very well do, but I'll take my chances. I think fighting him too hard will just mean I lose time to others. And with the fuel going down, so 2.5 laps at the start of the race I put in extra. Now on 0.3.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 a lap.
And we're also having to lift and coast completely off the throttle in corners. Although we are still catching Chubby Slug. Not by enough, I don't think, though. As Chris Allen romps away, and at the rate he's going, he could kick us off the podium. We'll just have to drive our own race, I think. But you can see just in 1 lap how much the fuel's gone down, even with active fuel saving. Our engineer with a bit of wishful thinking there. I'm not convinced this fuel will last. And in the land of oil, I could do with some more. And as we start now the final lap. So Chubby Slug seemingly in fuel management mode, and we've caught to him. And Chris Allen hasn't gone far enough up the road either. So this is P2 as it stands. Al is leading. Luke Lass's title rival is in 5th place. We're really on the limit with fuel here. But we've caught Chubby Slug. As long as we keep it on the road and don't run out of fuel. It looks as though we've got P2 here. I don't know the penalty situation of Al, but he looks from the mini-map as though he's far too up the road. But P2 from P10 on the grid, I couldn't be happier with that. That's a great result. As we go for the really, really quick left, right, left. of the last sector. There's a yellow flag on the pitch straight. What's happened here? Chubby Slug's run out of fuel. Chris Allen's run out of fuel. So is Ella Fink. We win by 0.4 of a second. We take it on the line. Wow, what drama. An insane ending to that race. It all seems to be petering out the quest for any kind of decent result, well, for a podium at least. It all seems to be petering out in that final stint. But we were there, we took advantage. And so that result leaves Aston Martin with a 15-point lead over Mercedes going into next week's race at Imola. I think it just goes to show that if you can avoid corner cut penalties, a good result will come. Thank you for watching. See you at Imola.